Oh, sorry.
So can I start?
Yes. Yes.
Namaskar, Ustad ji. Namaskar. I am Subhijit Sai from Srishti Academy Management, Bhubaneswar. I am going to moderate this program on behalf of Arvind School, Kunchanapalli, Andhra Pradesh, and Srishti Academy Management, Bhubaneswar. We, the entire fraternity, is very happy to host this program. With me, other students from Arvind School and Srishti Academy are here to assist me in the interactive session. During the pandemic situation, we have lost so many great artists of our country. We pay homage to all of them. A very hearty welcome to all of you for today, the Great Master Series program of SPIC MACAY. SPIC MACAY is a society for promotion of Indian classical music and culture amongst youth and has been contributing a lot since 1977. Today we have with us Indian renowned Hindustani classical musician, Drupad exponent, Ustad Pyaji Wasifuddin Dagarji, founder of SPIC MACAY, Padma Shri Kiran Sethji, great coordinators, students from different schools and colleges, teachers and innumerable volunteers of the society in India and abroad. Today, we will know about the great master Drupad exponent, Ustad Rahim Fahimuddin Dagarji, Bahai's nephew and disciple, Ustad Fayaz Wasifuddin Dagarji, who is here with us. Welcome, sir. Now I request Nilima from the Arvind High School to introduce the Great Master Series program. Over to Nilima. Nilima, you can start.
Nilima, where are you from? Which account? Nilima Krishna, quickly. Teacher, who is there with Nilima? Please respond. Nilima, please unmute yourself.
Okay, then Subrajit, carry on. You read that, GMS.
Okay. As Nilima is not here, coming to Great Master Series, it is an endeavor to know our legendary artists who have enriched our Indian music, art, and culture. With their immense dedication and contribution, it is provide us an opportunity to know about the dozens of Indian classical art forms, our glorious culture and artistic heritage of which we are here. Now I request Ram Tulsi from the same school of Arvind School, chanting the sloka. Over to Ram Tulsi. Ram Tulsi, over to you.
Madam, she was there.
Ram Tulsi,
are you there? Ram Tulsi.
Please unmute yourself. Ramatulasi, you are there, no?
She has to raise her hand.
Ramatulasi, you are there. Ramatulasi.
Nazia Sheikh raised her hand, ma'am. Maybe they.
I think the same account, ma'am.
Yes,
Can you unmute them? Nazia Sheikh. Unmute.
Okay, Chepam.
Starting on the video. Namaskar.
Please,
Video, Tulasi.
Your video, children.
Yes. Tulasi, start.
Yes, started.
Tulasi, you are there.
Yes. Okay, very nice.
Started.
Tulasi, please start.
Start. Namaskar. Great Master Cities. It is an endeavor to know our legendary artists who have enriched our Indian music, art, and culture through their immense dedication and contribution. It provides us an opportunity to know about the doings
Thank you, Nilima. Now I request Ram Tulsi for chanting the slok. Over to Ram Tulsi.
नमस्कार श्री हयग्रीव प्रार्थना ज्ञानानन्दमयं देवं निर्मल स्फटिकाकृतिम् आधारं सर्वविद्यानाम् आधारं सर्वविद्यानाम् हयग्रीवमुपास्महे हयग्रीवमुपास्महे श्री गुरु प्रार्थना अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः धन्यवाद.
Thank you, Ram Tulsi, for this wonderful slok. Now I request Indrani Madam, Principal of Arvind High School, for her welcoming address. Over to you, ma'am.
Next.
SPIC MACAY. Since 2010, we have got very good opportunities to have 26 programs in our school, and our children have attended 27 intensives in different places. They have attended international and national conventions, and we also have recently.
Your voice is not clear, ma'am. Your voice cannot be heard.
Yeah. Now, sir?
Yeah.
Hello? Yeah.
Little better.
Yeah, we were very much happy. We are very much happy to be associated with SPIC MACAY, and the children are they got opportunities to be with SPIC MACAY people. 27 intensives they have attended. Recently, we have published a book, Aravinda with SPIC MACAY, with all the students' experiences in different places when they visited the places, when we have got guests here. And now we are very happy that we are hosting this program. We also have participated in Anubhav 1 and 2 virtually. I am very much a fan of Dagarji because I have attended Nada Yoga, morning 4 o'clock Nada Yoga. I used to wait for his session. Thank you very much, and we are very happy to have this session with all of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I request Skanda from Arvind High School to introduce Ustad Rahim Fahimuddin ji to the audience. Over to Skanda.
Namaskar. I feel proud and privileged to introduce the Drupal exponent of India, Ustad Rahim Fahimuddin Dagarji, to the audience. So, Ustad Rahim Fahimuddin Dagarji is one of the most prominent practitioners of the Drupal genre of Indian classical music. Ustadji was born on the 2nd of October 1927 and was an exponent of Ragavani Drupal of Indian classical music. He represented the 19th generation of Raga tradition. His cousins, Nasir Moinuddin Daga and Nasir Aminuddin Daga, were known as the senior Daga brothers. And he is the son of Padma Bhushan Ustad Allah Bande Rahimuddin Khan Dagaji, who is also a Drupal singer, by the way. So, Ustadji was initiated into the art of Drupal by his uncle, Ustad Nasiruddin Khan Dagaji, and from them, Ustadji received musical education for a period of around 35 years. This education also included the full mastery over the 52 anandas, which are basically the fundamental principles, and also Nada Yoga, Rudra, Sanskrit education, and the Drupal Brahman. He is the 19th generation of the Daga tradition, which proceeds back to around the 13th or 14th century, spanning over 20 generations. Ustadji is one of the maestros of Drupal genre of the Indian classical music. Speaking about his music, He was a frequent performer on the All India Radio and also on Doordarshan. The quality and power of his music led him to perform in many countries, some of which are the United States of America, France, Germany, and some of his recordings have been released in some countries like Switzerland, Germany, and Italy. His music, well, it contains a tremendous touch of spontaneity, power, and quality, and he has a huge, beautiful arsenal of compositions which can make an angry snake go calm and fall asleep. To those suffering with insomnia, try his music. Your condition may improve and you can fall asleep much easier. Well, for his contributions towards the field of Indian classical music, Ustadji has received many prestigious national awards, such as the Sangeet Natak Academy Award in 1993, the Kalidas Samman in 2002, the Lifetime Achievement Award awarded in 2005 by the North American Depart Association, the Lifetime Achievement Award by the Government of India in 2007, the Padma Bhushan Award in 2008, the Sangeet Natak Academy Fellowship in 2010, and many, many more. For his enormous contribution towards the field of Indian classical music, he will always be remembered forever. Thank you.
Thank you, Skanda, for introducing Great Master Ustad Rahim Fahimudin Dagarji to all of us. Now I request Sunanda Rani Panda from Srishti Academy of Management to introduce Ustad Fayaz Wasifuddin Dagarji to the audience. Over to Sunanda.
Pranam. Thank you, Subrajit. Ustad Fayaz Wasifuddin Dagar Sahib is an Indian group of classical singer. He is an excellent calligrapher and takes keen interest in cricket and driving. Ustad is
You are not audible.
Sunanda,
You are not audible.
Sunanda.
Sunanda, you are not audible. Start again.
Sunanda, you are not audible. To start again.
Yeah, bring your mic
I'm
closer.
really sorry. Pranam Tarji. Thank you, Subrajit. Ustad Fayazuddin Dagar Sahib is an Indian Dhrupad classical singer. He is an excellent calligrapher and takes keen interest in cricket and driving.
You are still
Not audible
heard.
again.
Yes, still not audible.
Ah,
Stopping
yes,
at the same place.
some problem maybe. Maybe some net.
So internet doesn't want to hear the introduction. Let's move up to the
Yes,
questionnaire. Huh? That's it.
No. We must have it. Let's see what is the alternate arrangement. Shubhrajit, you have.
Hello.
Subrajit?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
One last
here
time,
actually.
otherwise.
She can go on once again.
Yeah, start again.
Sorry for the network glitch, ma'am. So, Ustad Fayazuddin Wasifuddin
No,
Dagar
again some
Sahib.
problem.
Yeah.
Sunanda, if you have a problem with your speaker, please open that your cord and start over again.
Killing you. Let's get on with the thing. I mean, there is no point hanging. Leave it. Just leave it there. We all know Ustad Wasifuddin Dagarji has been one of the great, musician, a Dhrupad vocalist, and he has been supporting SPIC MACAY for a very, very long time. And we'll continue with the question and answer, and we'll know about him more subsequently. So I'll request that we start with the question and answer because we have very shortage of the time.
Okay, sir.
Please carry on with the question and answers.
Okay. Thank you, Sunanda. You have tried, but as a network is not with us. On
That
behalf
is okay.
of
Please
yes,
go ahead.
On behalf of the School and Management Institute of whole SPIC MACAY fraternity, once again, I welcome you, sir, to this program. Now we will have an interaction session with Wasifuddin Sahab and followed by a video performance of legendary great master Faimuddin Sahab. To begin the session, I call upon Rahul of Arvind's High School. Ask the question first. Arvind. Rahul, sorry.
Namaste. Namaste Guruji. Ustad Fahimuddin Sahab had received musical training for long 35 years from his father and elders of his family, in which he gained mastery over the 52 Alankas, Nada Yoga, Rudraveena, Sanskrit education, and of course, Drupad Brahman. Can you please elaborate on this and tell us how he managed to learn them all?
No, namaskar to everyone. So your question is that how he had spent and learned so many things. The thing is that we are given the atmosphere, and when you have the atmosphere at home and also in school, so you develop all these kind of things. So because in the Daga family, you must have known that there are quite a few performers. So my elders, my father's generation is Fahimuddin Dagar Sahab, and his my grandfather's generation was his gurus and his elders. So all these different musicians, they knew different type of things. So one of the guru, Ziauddin Khan Sahab, was he knew how to play Veena, so he had learned from him also. And his earlier childhood was spent in Indore. He was born in Alwar in Rajasthan. So we were, our forefathers were the court musicians. So my great grandfather was in the court, Jaising court of Alwar. So he was born there, and then he came to Alwar at Tukuchi Rao Holkar's state, where my grandfather Nasiruddin Khan Sahab was also there, and Rahimuddin Khan Sahab was also there. So he took the guidance from these elders. So I would like to say, as it has been said, that I love cricket and I love driving. Yes, I love. And but these, I'm taking the name of Fahimuddin Dagar Sahab also, Moinuddin Dagar Sahab also, Aminuddin Dagar Sahab also. They also love cricket. All the Dagar family, they also love cricket. We used to listen to the commentary and all this thing, so they knew how to play also in earlier stage also. So now, how did they learn? Because the atmosphere was given. So we used to give. He must be receiving the guidance from different gurus, and different gurus were giving the instructions. And as he were, as in our family, he was one of the most learned of his generation, and he was respected as the most learned in the family also. And he had gone to some mutt also. His father had sent him to some Sanskrit guru also, from where he learned the recitation of Sanskrit shlokas. And then he most of the time was spent, because these days you see, so we have so many things to do. Earlier in 30s or 20s, in 40s, there was not so many things. So we were very much concentrated on whatever was given to us, and this is how he has grasped the knowledge. He has learned it hard, because everybody has to put their great efforts. Means it's not that if you are born in the family, it doesn't make you the master of things. Means you have to do your bit to achieve your goal. To achieve how, means you have to learn, and then you also have to know. These days, do you do presentations? Yes. The presentations, when you do presentation, you take out the best possible ways, and you do a lot of hard work to bring the presentation, to do the presentation. So the concert is the presentation. We learn, we do our homework properly, and we do a lot of riyaz. Riyaz is the practice. So he was doing early morning practice also of lower octave, that is called kharaj. So he used to do at 4 or 5 like this early in the morning, and in the afternoon also, and in the evenings also. So you have to keep on doing your ways, your hard work, and then you are able to do so many things. Like today also, if I may say that how many things you are able to do, isn't it? You're able to do with your mobiles also, you play also, you study also, you do things also. So this is how he has also grasped so many different knowledge, and this is how we know. And he has given a wonderful time to all these subjects. So when you have given a proper time to these subjects, to whatever you are studying, whatever he was in, so this is how he mastered everything, and then everybody knows that what he has done and his achievement. You've been, of course, reading and been talking about. Is it good enough, the reply?
Thank you, Ustadji.
Yeah.
That's a great reply. Now I request Jayshree to ask her question.
Namaste, sir. Ustad Fahimuddin Sahab was your uncle and guru as well. We are eager to know how he executed his roles.
He was very moody, and he was strict also. Yeah. I've learned from Zahiruddin Dagar Sahab and Fayazuddin Dagar Sahab, my father and my uncle. But all the elders in our families are our gurus. So I've learned from him also. And he was very moody. Yeah, he was very moody. And of course, I am repeating myself that he was very learned. To get anything from him was also very difficult. Get means to get knowledge, to get to learn from him was also tough. Once he would understand that, yeah, he's putting his efforts to know, so then he would solve the problems also. But earlier he would just start, his standard was very high. It was difficult for us to get into uh, his loop or his area, his where he used to talk, and where he used to execute his performance and his knowledge and talks. So it was tough, but he was he was very jolly person also. When he means he would talk about everything and anything. Like I was telling you, the cricket and all this thing. So he was, of course, talking about cricket or light things, or even sometimes some movies also. He would talk about it. But it was very difficult to get something from him. You have to give more than your 150% to get learned, to get educated from him. So it was tough, and but he was a big blessing giver also. So once he was happy, so he would shower the blessings on you like whatnot. And but when he is not happy, so you can understand how he would do things. So he used to correct things, means in a very angry way. And once he was happy, so then he was very happy. So it was very tough to give performance in front of him, and it was very tough to get the lessons from him. But once his praise would come, so that meant something, that okay, somewhere you should be little happy, and that he has appreciated and he has given some blessing. So it was a mix of everything what he was. And still I feel that his energies and his blessings are working with me and with all of us in the family.
Thank you, Ustadji. Now call upon Nagasandha to ask a question. Nagasandha. I guess.
Nagasandhya, are you there?
Yes, yes. Namaste, Guruji. We are quite curious to know about the lifestyle of Fahimuddin Sahib. Can you tell his likes and dislikes?
Yeah, he had many things. His lifestyle was all that was music, 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 and his lifestyle was also the different arts also. And what I was telling you that means he would appreciate other arts like calligraphy or poetry and so many other things. And another thing what he loved was the gardening. In some of his movies also you would see there's one movie done by Ashish Sankrithayan where you could see him plugging some of the plants and he was removing some soil and changing the soil and talking with the gardener and all. So he had also a blessed hand whenever he used to sow some seeds of some kind. So we used to it used to bloom. So we had wonderful some roses from his garden, and so he was very good in gardening also. So he used to connect each and everything with the arts. So his life was full of art, and of course, arts has the emotion. So he was very emotional person also, and his emotions would come like you have the and many rasas. We have 9 rasas, yes. So all these emotions used to come as and how whenever whatever he was in mood of. So he was a family man as well as he was a guru, he was a teacher, he was a he loved his family and he loved all his students. So he was he was there for everyone. So his life was full of art. And of course, what I would say that had been telling that we had watched a lot of cricket also when we so some of the matches we had seen together, and then he would always come up one. Can you? He knew cricket, and but he would just ask as we used to say that this is a good ball, that and that. So he always used to say, can from one ball you can we can have 2 people out. Just tell me if it is possible or not. So every now and then he would come, or to me he would say one thing. Now it's a question, the previous question. So he used to say that, what do you have? Sometimes you go with to the teacher with some query, with some questions, or sometimes the teachers also spot you that what means if you want to escape them or you want to go from away from them because you don't want to be seen or you don't want to be caught. So at that time you would say, ha beta, kahan pe ghum raha hai? Where are you walking? Where are you roaming around? Yeah. And what do you have in your pocket? So what do you have in your pocket means that what have you grasped? What have you learned? It was not that the money he was talking, that what do you have in your pocket? Let me see. So, ha beta, kya hai? Tell me. I want to know. What is it? Okay. Try to corner me, and I will show you how I will come out of that. तो मुझे फंसाने की कोशिश करो, मैं तुम्हें देखो कैसे निकल के आता. So I have heard that this same conversation, this same type of phrase from Rahimuddin Khan Sahib's one of his audio recording when he's talking to his younger generation. He's saying that, "Beta, तुम मुझे फंसाओ, जितना फंसाना है, as much you want to trap me, try to trap me, but I will come out. चलो, try." So his son, Ustad Fahimuddin Dagar Sahib, also used to tell us that, okay, that what do you have? Let me see. And now take it out, and what do you have to say for this particular technique and that particular technique? So he used to go on. So his life was all around music, Drupad music, and all arts also. So he was
Was
a
he
family
a
man.
foodie, or he used to cook also?
Yes, yeah.
He was quite a
I
foodie.
have never seen him cooking, but I
Okay.
have seen him enjoying food. Yeah.
Yeah, because when
And
he
he was
came
a
to,
very quick walker. You know, he used to
yeah,
walk very quickly.
yes, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, he used to walk very quickly. So often whenever I was walking, I used to say, आराम से भी चल सकते हैं. अरे बेटा चलो ऐसे चलो चलते रहो. So he was whatever which he we used in Jaipur, we used to go to a place called Karbala. In Muharram we go there. So we used to walk. Earlier I'm talking about late 70s. So all these Zahiruddin Dagar Sahab, Asad Ali Khan Sahab, Fahimuddin Dagar Sahab, my father Fayazuddin Dagar Sahab, Saiduddin Dagar Sahab, and all these children used to go to Karbala. It was about 2.5 kilometers from our house. So we used to walk. Everybody used to walk in sort of groups. So he when he used to come, and then if there was a guava अमरूद वाला, अरे ठेला टकरा गया तो अब तो ये लेना ही पड़ेगा, which we'll have to buy this. Oh, another vendor. Oh, another vendor. Oh, and he's crushing on me. So he had crashed on me, so I have to buy things. So so he used to buy sometime guava, sometime what do you call radish, or in carrots. In Rajasthan you find these type of things. So he would just add some lemon and some masala, and then he used to have. So he was a big fun for. He was a very cool-headed. What do you say? I'm now. You will say that you are saying that he's not cool-headed, but he was a very cool-headed head of the family. He was he was head of the family for so many years. So he used to join in every sort of discussions and all. So he was a very fun-loving person also. But we have had his off moods also. So it happens with any great person like this. Yeah?
Thank you, Ustadji. And single great man with many talents you thinking about. Thank you so much. Now, student of Srishti Academy Management will like to ask some question. Over to Amira to ask the question.
Ustadji, Ustad Faimuddin Sahab was one of the star of Dagar Gharana. Could you please tell us more about the bonding and camaraderie among them? Thank you.
I missed what was he was what?
Ustad Faimuddin Sahab was one of the 8 star of Dagar Gharana.
Yes.
Could you please tell us more about the bonding and camaraderie among them?
What is the question? Bandi and
Among
camaraderie.
what?
Ma'am,
What is
she is asking about the bonding of Ustadji.
Bonding?
Yeah.
Bonding is still
Among the
we are bound together. We are binded. I don't know. We are all together. So he was always with us, and he was every now and then checking on us, to the younger generation, as it was his rightful duty to check on the youngsters. So we still remember him in a very precious way, and he was as I told you that he was one of the most learned people in the family. He was learned amongst the learned. So he was I don't know if you know about the grades in All India Radio. So there is one top grade, yeah. There is one A grade and B grade, B high, A grade, and then the top grade. So he was even, for us, he was even higher than the top grade. So he was a great musician, and he had his own distinct style. What he was able to present and what he was able to teach us in this to all this 20th generation musicians what we have.
Ustadji, actually, this was to do with all the 8 brothers. So
Achha,
the
8
bonding
brothers.
between all of them. Yeah, that is what the question
So,
is intended.
okay. So this is what in Jaipur we used to meet. Everybody used to meet. So so these brothers, he was very close to Moinuddin Khan Sahab and Aminuddin Khan Sahab. So often he used to come to. He was living in Lucknow with his father. So he used to come very often to Moinuddin Aminuddin Dagar Sahab. Used to spend weeks and weeks together. And one of the instance he used to say that he had a recording. Rahimuddin Khan Sahab had there were very few radio stations also, in all over India. So the closest from the city, people used to travel up to Delhi and all. So when they used to come to Delhi for some performance. So often Moinuddin Khan Sahab and Aminuddin Khan Sahab used to take him home, and then would release only after 20 days or a month, that he will go only after that. So it was like this type of bonding that we have. And he has often come and lived with my father and uncle also in Nizamuddin's house also, where the house I'm sitting also. So we have lived together. And Jaipur house is a binding house for all of us. And every year for Muharram, for 12-15 days, we had always spent time together. And Saiduddin Dagar Sahab was his cousin also, and was his sister's husband. So there was another big bind, means they were of course together like this. So all of us been together, and they were correcting the children of the 20th generation in their own rights. And so they were very, very friendly, of course. Very, not friendly, but they were, I can say friendly. Means at times, they had some of course, in the family when you live, so there's hot discussions also, there are light discussions also. Sometimes reading each other's little letters also. So it happened that some letter came to Fahimuddin Dagar Sahab in Calcutta. So he came late, and so he was the letter was given to him. So they were lying down together. So one of the brother, means I don't know whether my father or my uncle. So they started that how the letter had initially started. So one played one line, the other said another line, and even Aminuddin Dagar Sahab said that, oh, this is also written in the letter. What they had, he has not yet opened the letter, but they had read the letter, and they were just laughing out. And he said, "Abey, mera letter pad liya tum logon ne," something like that. So this was very, very, very close, and very, very nice light times also, and very, very musical, hypertension times also, where we were just made to sit like the statues. We are not about to move, should not be moved and all, and we have to be right and upright and in all the ways. So it was a mix of everything. So like a human being, like any human being, it was like that. But they were, for us, they were superhuman being, all these 8 brothers. I have not seen the eldest one, Moinuddin Hasa. I was not born, so I don't know about him, but I have only heard about him. But I have seen the 7 brothers, Zia Moinuddin Dagar Sahab, the Veena great maestro, and Farid Sahab. So for Samaros also, we had a music festival, Drupad festival through Drupad Society. And also SPIC MACAY has invited, I think, almost everyone. All the family members have been performing in SPIC MACAY. So we used to gather in Jaipur as well as in Delhi for Drupad Samaro, and sometime in Bhopal also. So then they had a very nice relation with each other, and they had a wonderful time together.
Thank you, Ustad.
Thank you, Saji.
Thank you. Now I call Swagatika to ask a question.
Namaste, Guruji. Can you please throw some light on Ustad Fahmuddin Sahab's power and spontaneity of alap that he was known for?
Yes, his alap was dynamic, and he was all the dagas have their own style of representing or singing alap. So like some people had a longer, very long alap, where Fahim Sahab would go into alap, but I mean, he was of course using all the 12 alankars, what you have also been telling. So he had a great display, and there are few like technical name of some technique, which is one is called lehek, and he had a fabulous lehek, and but how he used to when he used to go into madhila is when we have a rhythm, like the chantings, when the chanting starts, so when there is this, so he used to go into this rhythmic pattern, a very good rhythmic pattern, and he was and spruti and lehek, he was so nice. And it was, at times I had sat with him to sing also. He had invited me to, not invited me, but he had just asked, "Aja beta, idhar aake baith," something. So I had sat with him, and that used to be very difficult to follow him. So he was very good in his alap, longer alaps and lehek. And I'm not saying he was not good in everything. He was very perfect in everything, but he loved these lehek, and he loved, of course, the composition and dhamar. Dhamar is 14 beat, whereas there is a description of Lord Krishna, and dhamar is dedicated to Lord Krishna's events. So he loved dhamar, and he used to get into mood as he was very expressive, his hands gesture, and everything was you could really see that, he used to enjoy music. He used to enjoy his music. He used to love, means as if, it's all the things are happening in front of him, if he was in a composition. So one could really see that he is really mesmerized, and he's mesmerizing people. So that's the speciality. That was his speciality. And of course, his knowledge for Sanskrit verses. We've been, a lot of the senior people here, they have seen him and have heard him, that what he used to do and how he used to do. So it was, means he was it was great. Again, I'm just repeating myself. He was one of the greatest, and one of the greatest musicians we have in the family.
Thank you, Ustadji. Now, with your permission, I would like to the last question to you. Ask the last question. So, did you ever get a chance to accompany Fahmuddin Sahab on stage on his musical tour? Please share your experience or any memorable moment of yours with him.
Oh, many times I've just in my previous question answer I've said that many times I have not traveled with. Yes, I have traveled with him also. Yes, I have traveled with him, and it was also a great fun to travel with all the Dagar seniors also. They wanted almost everything from all the stations. I think so. All of them, हाँ बेटा वो लेके आ जाए, उधर बहुत अच्छा, ग्वालियर में ये अच्छा मिलता है, झांसी में वो बहुत अच्छा मिलता है? और मतलब ये उनको सबको, means they knew that now we are traveling by air, so it's different, but in the station the trains were also not so fast, and so they knew all this, what it used to be on the in this railway stations and all. So it was always a great fun. So I had traveled with Fahim Saab, and I have also accompanied him vocal support. I had done it in Calcutta, and in many times in Drupad Samaroh in Delhi, and because his concert used to be last, so rest of the time we were running after this, setting this and settling something in the Samaroh. So he used to call me, अरे बेटा भागता रहेगा या सुनेगा भी, इधर आके बैठ जा, come in. So फिर if I will go in front of the in the front row, वहां पे क्या बैठ रहा है बेटा, इधर आ मेरे पास, इधर आके बैठ. So I've got the blessing, come and sit here with me, and then I've got blessings many times like this, and I know that when he had blessed, and sometimes so he had the way sometimes. So whoever have seen him, they know that what am I talking about. So he was very moody, and he was very big blessing giver, and so one who can give the blessings also, they can scold also. They have full right. They have full right to love. When they have full right to love, so they have full right to
Scold you also.
Scold, and also they can dictate also. Of course, in our music, they can dictate that you should go through like this, you should do things like this. This is the way you should do. This is their full right. I would just say the legal right to correct the youngsters, the next generation. Yeah.
Ustadji, any, I mean, I would say the most memorable memory that you can share with Fahmuddin Sahab?
Most memorable, means most memorable one. There was one. There are many, like having a collision with the thelas, that when he wanted to buy something, so he would think, and then one you ask a question, so you are not supposed to ask question. Okay. And I asked, and this machine, what you put, this audio means when your audio, so he had to, these people, they don't have to turn around and to say, because the mic is so loud, they're able to hear. So I asked some question and he didn't respond. He didn't look towards me and all. So I said that सुना नहीं शायद उन्होंने. He has not heard. अबे सुन लिया मैंने. So something like that. अभी घर पहुंच के बात करूंगा. I was trying. Somebody was asking. So we were talking. So some question came. So So I also very lightly and delicately I asked him कोई question था. तो फिर वो पीछे से रिस्पॉन्स ही नहीं मिला उन्होंने कुछ. तो देन आई सेड वो सुना नहीं, तो सुन लिया है.
Thank you so much, Ustadji. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ustadji, for telling us so many things about Ustad Faimuddin Sahab.
Yeah,
We
we can talk very much, and if this is not the, of course, it's a good links to talk, but when once people are just in front, that's a different thing. Different moods comes out and all. But here again, I've been saying that when we do the concert, so we do it. We move out. We see that how we were looking at the mirror when we had left the green room. Yeah. After that, we don't see ourselves. But with this modern gadgets, we are watching ourselves more. So it's not a great fun to see you so much own self so many times. So it's I'm watching myself. I'm hardly able to see the expression of these youngsters and their eyes, because eye says the truth, and through this medium we are not able to judge the eyes, that what their eyes is able to understand what we want to say or not. But it's a wonderful medium. We are able to give our we are able to reach to so many different places. Yeah.
We'll
I don't know
start the
what
second
record.
phase. We are going to put a video recording which I could find. There are not much of the videos which are available of Fahim Saab singing. So there's one very informal video which he is singing with his students in a very informal setup also.